Okay. So getting support on AWS, this is, let's say, how to communicate with them, basically, in case if you need anything. So we're going to look at identify resource for security support, identify resource for technology support, identify resources available for billing support. Like what we have, we're going to look at those stuffs. Now, introduction, preparing and securing effective on-premises server workloads can be complicated and stressful. AWS provides layers of support designed to help you as you take your first confusing steps in the platform. Learn about many ways you can use AWS services and struggle to optimize secure your increasingly complex resource. These chapters will show you the kind of AWS support that are available and how to find them. AWS support plans, what professional services are available, what kind of online documentations and forums are out there, and what Amazon's trusted advisor tool is. Pretty much these are the stuffs you're going to have a look. This is more on understanding the entire portal, like what you can do. And then inside there's a lot of technical things can be done. Creating VM, working with storage accounts, those kind of things we'll do. But this is more on, we need to understand what are the services and support plan we have. Now, support plans, when you create a new AWS account, you're required to select a support plan. Depending on the kinds of projects you plan run on your account, the $15,000 per month or up and up that you'll pay the enterprise support plan might feel a bit excessive. So the free basic support plan is always an option while you are getting started. But you should understand how each plan works, and more importantly, when it's time to change to something more appropriate. So support plan and pricing. So you're going to have a look in details. Let's have a look these pictures where it shows how the price you'll pay for support will depend on the amount of account is billed for. AWS resource usage is given month. Yeah, this one monthly pricing for AWS paid support plan. Greater than $29, 3% monthly accounts usage. Business greater of $100 or 10% of usage up to 7%, 5%, 3%, etc. So what kind of support do you get for your money? We'll have a look in details. So a bit of descriptions. Let's see what is might look like in real world scenario. Suppose a company enrolled its AWS account in business support plan, and its first full month consumed 25,000 in AWS resources. The amount might have covered a pair of highly available this elastic cloud computing Microsoft Windows instance for a Microsoft SharePoint server farm or SQL Server RDS instance on a db.multi-AZ database instance. Since the monthly usage fell down 10,000 to 18,000 range, it's built at 7%. For 25,000, that will definitely come out higher than $100 minimum. In fact, 7% of 25,000 is 1,750, which is a lot of money, but it might take more sense that you consider the overall amount of money you're spending and the kinds of cost savings and security hardening you can get from 24/7 email, chat, or phone access to AWS support engineers. It's saying that, let's say you spend let's say 10,000 to 18,000 or $25,000 for your whatever virtual machine, storage account, database services running. So if you spend $25,000, that means many activity is happening. To get the support for $27,000, they said roughly around you can take a business support with $1,750. And support means what kind of support? Email, chat, phone service. Let's say you configuring something, now it's stuck. Even like Microsoft, like they say, like some account issues happen, you cannot see these deals. So what to do now? You need to then, if you contact with them, they knows like how to resolve that issues, or whether if you have to wait for a couple of days, then another thing. Yeah. So a large infrastructure, the more there is that they can go wrong. That means if you spend a large organization spending $750,000 each month should probably protect that investment within 3% support charge it 22,500. So if companies spend like almost $1 million, so probably it's worth for them to get the support with $22,500 cost. That's probably less than you paid for two experienced and competent admin. So basically, help means they can get many different kind of help. Let's say technical help. If you hire people and if you set up your device, you need people to set up, look after this. But if using their service, something happen, you cannot fix it. They have all the skilled people, level 1, level 2, level 3 support team. Even data centers, over there, they have all the IT support people. Let's say suddenly you've got a big problem, you need some technical expert to fix your issues. They are ready over there. But very high price, maybe you have to pay per hour, maybe $400, $500 you have to pay to data centers. But they are expert people, so they know like basically what happened, how to fix it, like that. On the other hand, if you're still planning stage of your project and you're not running expensive resources 24/7, you can get full developer or business support for minimum rates. See, full developer or business support, you get $29 to $100 per month, respectively, to help you as ramp up. That can be a great deal. It means, let's say you stuck. You're doing something AWS now, you got a big problem. So where you go now? So they have this support as well. So they all have like, expert people. If you're using, it's kind of like you purchase TV. So if something happened with TV, how to fix it or who going to fix, they have the people to fix it. Similar to that, they make everything as a service. Yeah. Now, the key benefits of the AWS support plan, we have basic 7 trusted advisor checks, developer 7 TA checks, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., business 24/7 email, chat, phone access to engineers, general guidance within 24 hours, system impaired help within 12 hours, production system down help within 1 hour, enterprise, all TA checks, then 24/7 email, chat, phone, everything, general inquiry system, everything will be there, but business critical system down help within 15 minutes. Within 15 minutes, you'll get help from them. So this is more on, again, related with ITIL. If you want to up and running your service, if you run your applications, we talk about Azure. Azure and AWS similar, but two different companies. In addition, an enterprise support plan will provide access to architectural and operational reviews, recommendations, and reporting. You'll find complete comparison to support plans at these locations, basically. Yeah, this one got proper support plan. Then when you're running your stuff and you can purchase support plan, and then your company will get the support like you have the people. It's not like that, like, okay, you do something and then you stuck, and then after that, you don't know what to do, you'll get a big problem. Not like that. So it's all about like their, process and stuffs we have over there. Basic support plan. On the basic plan, you're not paying anything beyond the regular cost of consuming AWS resources. However, for most part, you're given access only to publicly available documentations, including white papers, tutorials, support forum, etc. In addition, you'll be able to contact with customer service at any time of the day or night, account-related issues such as bill payment and etc. You'll also get limited access to trusted advisor tool. You'll learn much more about that later. But finally, you will receive alerts concerning interruptions with the AWS service you're currently using through the personal health dashboard. When relevant personal health dashboard alerts are visible from the top bar on the AWS management console. So basically, you'll get, this is free of cost. You just get, you can call them billing and all this stuff, but not maybe technical support. But developer support plan, AWS recommends the developer support plan for organizations running non-production workloads. What's a non-production workload? It's a website or application that is still in support plans 37, the development stage, and is not yet handling critical transactions or heavy traffic. The other words is a workload that could fail for extended periods of time without bringing about the sudden violent end to all life as we know it. So why is the developer plan not ideal for critical applications? Because your direct access to AWS Cloud Support Associates is limited to emails during business hours and to asking their advice on general information about AWS use cases. The associations you contact when you open a support ticket won't be able to discuss specific problems you're having or details about the way your particular application should be deployed. So if you're running infrastructure that simply must remain active, then you should seriously consider signing up for a higher support level. So they are advising you to like just go for more support and stuff, so you can get benefits from that. Business support plans. The business support plan can meet the needs of many organizations by offering relatively fast and detailed answers to your technical questions. Is your production system down? The business plan guarantees a response from a cloud support engineer by email, chat, or phone within 1 hour. 1 hour response time. Less severe issues can take longer, up to 24 hours for what AWS calls general guidance. This level of support can include help troubleshooting interoperability between AWS DCS and third-party software and operating systems. For an additional fee, you can also get in-depth guidance while you are still in your project's design stage with infrastructure's event management. You can get help, but further help if you need, you can get with additional charge and stuff like that. You can get support. It's like they are providing support as well. Like it's not like about your code and stuff like that. It's more on about your, let's say you're deploying applications is not running, some technical issues happen, they can get involved and they can find out what could be the possible issues. The enterprise support plan, as you can easily tell from the pricing tag, starting 15,000 per month, the enterprise plan is appropriately only for large operations whose scope is globally and for whom downtime is simply unthinkable. Like you don't want any downtime. Enterprise applications. For example, can you imagine an evening without Netflix? What does that $15 get you? The detail that most stands out, the technical account management who is assigned a dedicated guide and advocate your account. Your technical account managers is more than just a technical resource. The TAM becomes closely involved in your deployment, guiding your team through planning, lunches, and proactive reviews, all optimized using best practice. Like maybe you must have to have a backup, whether if this one is down, backup will work or not, whether entire planning and around that area, they're going to help you. As your advocate within AWS, a TAM can open doors and make innovative solutions possible. Besides TAM, enterprise customer get 24/7 access to senior cloud support engineers and a 15-minute response time for business critical troubleshooting. Senior cloud support engineer means they pretty much expert on the cloud areas. Let's say if anybody has problem, they can jump into and fix it. They're the technical IT people, basically.
Here, any issues, we can call them.
Now this one is 15,000. This is like something that calculation, like whatever you spend, 7% roughly around that charge will be there. Like monthly basis, you pay that and you'll get support.
Model 5 today.
Yeah, until model 5 we do, yeah. Okay, sure. Hmm?
Not similar.
Oh, good. Let's have a look. So AWS Professional Service support is also available through the AWS Professional Service organizations. The professional service teams provides offerings details guide to achieving specific outcomes and work with third-party consultants from the AWS partner network to actively help you build your deployments. The professional services team also makes tech talk webinars, um, white papers, and blog posts publicly available. Like they make those things available. For more details, contact AWS support. You can read through this professional service program. So basically, helping you achieve your desired business outcomes with AWS. So basically, what's new service, building a cloud operational model, kind of like a news, you'll get a lot of news in here. Documentations, online help. Even if you decide not to sign up for a paid support plan, there are still many places look for help. It's just that for most part, it will be self-help. So in these sections, we'll introduce you some rich collections of written content that are spread across multiple websites and presented in multiple formats. If you're sufficiently determined and motivated, this little you won't be able to learn from these resources. So basically, we are using a lot of documentations from online, and there are many example and instructions over there. We can follow that and we can build our services. Documentations, while the precise layout and organizations will change over time, as of this writing, the main AWS page can be found in docs. So these doc sites, we have a lot of example. Let's say you want to configure EC2 instances. You want to configure database services. You get some help from there. There are a lot of like sample example over there. There you'll find links to more than 100 AWS services along with the tutorials and projects, software development kits, toolkits, and general resources. So when you choose one of the service links, you will usually find more links to individual documentations resources available as HTML for browser viewing, PDF, offline and printing, Kindle ebook, and GitHub versions. You can also access documentations from links on AWS service page, boards through search engine queries. The pages themselves tend to be nicely divided by topic, each accessible from a table of content at the top. Yeah, let's say AWS EC2 instances, S3 bucket, Amazon VPC is a kind of like a networking. You can get information from there. This is called docs.aws.amazon.com. Okay. For example, create and run virtual servers in the cloud. How to do that? If you click here, it will have all steps. So user guide for Linux instance, Amazon EC2 instance, Windows instance, like what kind of things you're going to run. So it's got all the informations, scaling, migrations, Linux, best practice, many things. But let's say first one is user guide for Linux instance. If I click on that one, even that has a PDF file you can download around that. It has full instructions, see, tutorial, step by step how to configure everything you can get from here. Etc. When use Amazon tutorial, getting started with this. In Microsoft, we have many sites as well, similar to the yeah, this is a free. This is for Microsoft also, like there are free documentation. Any of them. So this is free documentation, but you can see how organized. So pretty much for all the basic stuffs, they actually make this setup. Because millions of people all over the world are using it. So if you need some help. So this one is important. Now, a bit more about documentations. The instructions will plenty of book snippets and console-based instructions. Outbound links to other pages content. So it has many links, many tutorials, important advice. Still see that couple of days that something AWS documentations, some forms. Like this is we looked at already S3 informations. Sorry, EC2 informations, but this is about S3. Then we have more on knowledge center. AWS Knowledge Center is basically a frequently asked question page. Knowledge Center page contains links about 1000 pages arranged by service, each representing a fairly common problem encountered by real AWS customers. You'll find questions like how can I install AWS Cloud Formations, helper scripts on Ubuntu or Red Hat Linux. Choosing a questions will take you to a page with proposed resolutions and more links to related informations. If you are ever stuck, it's probably worth taking a quick look to see whether there is a solutions in the Knowledge Center. Yeah, this is the Knowledge Centers. Like, why can't I connect to my EC2 instance? Yeah, this is important one. Get an error. Okay, let's have a look this one. Verify security group that attached to your instance allow access to port 22 or port 33. Port 22 is SSH. Verify that network access control ACL allows access to instance. Verify that your routing table has a route for the connections. Like there are some advice already in here. Troubleshooting. Why is my EC2 links instance unreachable, failing in stack? It's kind of like frequently asked questions, and it's got thousands and thousands of questions over there. And actually, we need these stuffs. So when you do any troubleshooting, that time, sometimes we spend for some, I think, few hours. Yeah, this is already we find out that from the knowledge centers, how to check particular areas. We can find out that info. Find out how to copy files from S3 bucket to another bucket. Basically, you go to that premium support. Yeah, something about S3 bucket. So that one was S3 bucket. Yeah, to copy data from S3 bucket cross account. So one account to another account, how you going to uh, copy? So it has some information around that. Then security resources. AWS makes it perfectly clear that it wants your deployments to be as secure as possible. One way to make it easier to accomplish is by maintaining a dedicated documentation page with the links to useful and practical security-related resources. This page found at these locations point in AWS blogs, white papers, articles, and tutorials covering topics such as security best practice and encrypting your data in transit and rest. AWS often adds new content to collections and links. Blogs um, will always lead to fresh content. So some security resource informations we have as well, how to maintain security in AWS, security in key management service, security in S3 bucket. Around that areas, we have some documentations. Discussion forums. When things don't work the way expected, so maybe you need to consult with someone. So around the discussion forum, also we have some stuffs. HTTPS forum for AWS is divided into categories. So basically, I think. Yeah, this site found is divided into categories: Amazon AWS Web Service, AWS Startup, AWS website and resources, and a number of areas serving non-English speakers using a language such as Japanese and Germans. Basically, there are some discussions forum. find some answers, access knowledge centers, request best practices, join, connect with AWS partners and employees. You can join a group. So these are the group you can follow. There are many people around that areas. You need to sign in, and then after that, you can follow. You can get some information like this. Yeah, internal like forum or chatting systems we have in here. So Trust Advisor. So you use Trust Advisor to visually confirm whether your account resource configurations are sound and are compliant with the best practice. Trust Advisor organized its compliance alerts across 5 categories, which describe in table this one. Cost optimization, performance, security, fault tolerance, service limits. So pretty much around that areas, it will provide us some advice. So around that area, while logged onto your account, navigate to the Trust Advisor homepage. Note any recommended actions that may display on the main page. Choose the security icon at the top of the screen to focus on just security items. If there are any red action recommended items, then expand the items to see your options. Similarly, expand and explore any yellow investigation recommended icons. So basically, once you log in, then you can check this one. Yeah, you can see here, check summary. 2 action is recommended around security. Security issues, let me check. Yeah, root MFA is not enabled in the root account. Also security group, specific ports unrestricted. So this is a Trust Advisor. So basically cost optimizations related around that areas, it can provide us some advice. Performance is saying update your AWS support plan to get all Trusted Advisor checks. So they need to update. Security related information you can get. Fault tolerance related. So it will provide you some advice, like maybe you have many services running. Based on there, it will provide you the advice. So it can collect all the informations, whatever you're running, what are the services, and from that, it can provide you some advice. So pretty much this chapter is all about this support plans, is basically basic developer enterprise support plan. And after that, knowledge centers, this Trust Advisor, right? All of the stuffs we have in here is all about like more on support around that areas we have these stuffs.